Hey guys, happy Tuesday. This is Mrs. Beatty here. I hope you all got registered for your electives for middle school yesterday and are having a good start to the week. Last week we looked at multiplying fractions, and today we are going to be, and the rest of this week, multiplying fractions but in story problems. So, couple things. When you guys are solving story problems, once you've read the problem before you even get started, your first step should be to highlight important information. And we're going to do that together on this document. And I want to make sure you guys are doing that on your assignment as well, because that way you can keep track of that important information and not get the wrong answer for copying the wrong number. So, first problem we have, it says, Marcus is making his costume for the school play. He cut a piece of fabric that was 1/3 of a yard by 3/8 of a yard. What is the total area of that piece of fabric? So before I even start working, let's highlight our important information. We have 1/3 of a yard. Here's my highlighter. By 3/8 of a yard. So besides my two pieces of information, I also need to highlight key words in my question so I know that I answer it fully and correctly. So my question is asking about what is the total area of that piece of fabric. So if you have a paper, I would recommend solving it on paper first and then copying your work onto the document. So I have 1/3 of 3/8. So last week, you guys, we learned the standard algorithm for multiplying fractions. So we multiply our numerators, 1 times 3, which equals 3. And then we multiply our denominators, which is 3 times 8, which equals 24. So to solve this quickly, I multiply my numerators and I multiply my denominators. So showing my work, I have 1/3 times 3/8 equals 3/24. And remember, I need to label and answer my question. So when it's asking for area, I need to include the units, which is yards squared. And my question was about the size of the fabric. So I would say 3/24 yards squared is the size of fabric Marcus will use. I've used my same words that are my question to answer it. So 3/24 yards squared is the size of fabric Marcus will use. This is asking about the total area. Okay, question number 2 says, Jamie has 3/4 of a liter of juice and she is sharing it with her friends. Together they drink half of the juice. How much juice in liters did they drink? First things, let's highlight our important information. We have 3/4 and we have 1/2. Those are my two pieces of information for the problem, and then for my question, it's asking about how much juice in liters did they drink. So for my problem, you guys, we have 1/2 of 3/4 because she drank 3/4, but then her friends came and drank half of it. So it's asking how much did they drink altogether. We can do the standard algorithm, but I'm going to show you guys the area model as well, just as a refresher. So I start with my 3/4, which I have made, and then I want to know how much is half of that. So I'm going to cut it in half and then shade in my half. Remember, my numerator is how many pieces are shaded in twice, which is 3, and then how many pieces I have cut my hole into, which is 8. I can check my work by using multiplication. 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 4 is 8. So my answer is 3/8. Now I'm not just going to write my answer, I'm going to show my work and label it. So I have 1/2 times 3/4 equals 3/8 liters of juice. So I have my information, I've shown my work, and I copied it down. I would recommend you guys using a scratch piece of paper and then putting your work on the document. If you're in Miss Miracle or Miss Johnson's homeroom, your secret word this week is lion. Make sure you email that to Miss Miracle, and I will see you guys tomorrow. My office hours are from 2 to 3 if you need any help, and have fun getting See you guys tomorrow.